Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wild Things Found Online. I am Vokal the Slug Cat, and we are back yet again with some new big Toph. So she went live last night. I think I caught like the tail end of it, and yeah, I don't know. It's more of the usual. I feel like we all kind of know what to expect of Toph at this point. But doesn't mean I'm not going to cover it. So big shout out to my supporters over on Ko-fi. Highly appreciate y'all. If you would like to support the channel directly, the link is in the description. And I want to give a big shout out to Toki. Toki is the homie. She mentioned to me in her last video, and I'm just so honored. Toki is one of the reasons I decided to get started with covering Tophia. I was watching a lot of Santoki leading up to me making my own channel. So big shout out to the homie Twin. Hope you're enjoying the World Cup. But yeah, without further ado, let's see what Big Toph is talking about.
I used to collect porcelain dolls like crazy. My grandma would give me them. And watches. I had collector's watches. I had a Barbie's collector's watch, a Coke collector's watch. My mom had these Burger King watches that were talking watches, and they were Rugrats. It was a Rugrats talking watch. And then I found that Burger King had some more talking watches, and they were the Simpsons talking watches, because I found some at Goodwill. And yes, I will make money from it. And actually, people do like me. And when you say no one, you're not speaking for everybody. So you're going to get blocked.
Sure.
I literally have one of y'all's favorite content creators following me as we speak. We just had a conversation not too long ago. So I don't even know what you're talking about. I've had a lot of content creators reach out to me. They don't believe that stuff on social media. If I feed into what people say on social media.
Okay, so I'm a bite. I'll bite, Toph. Even if they are reaching out to you, are any of them reaching out and willing to lend a helping hand? Huh? Because, if there's other big content creators that you're in contact with, I would think if y'all are on good terms, maybe they could kind of help you out in some form or fashion. No? Interesting.
People are going to believe what they believe about me. I'm not going to be able to change people's opinions, people's minds. I'm not going to be able to, if people think what they think about me, let them. I don't care. What does that got to do with me? Who I am saying. First, I thought it was, well, not a joke. At first, I was like, is this automated message? Right? Because I was confused. I saw the check mark and I was like, bruh. And then when I looked and they said they had been watching me, and I didn't even, to me, I never would have thought. They're regular people. That's not what I mean. But the fact is that they were like, I used to watch you a lot. And it was like, and I'm pretty sure probably a lot of y'all's large favorite content creators have come across my page at some point in time and or used to watch me, because I was on here before. I was on TikTok before it was TikTok, when it was Musical.ly. So
who cares? Who cares? Okay, cool. Some other big creators know who you are. Some of them follow you. Some of them have even reached out to you. Who cares? How does that improve your situation? And even 1 degree, please let me know.
So I'm pretty sure when I started coming up, it started going viral, a lot of the large content creators have seen me. Hey, all you got to do is just be polite and be kind. People don't know me in real life. You can't judge what someone says online versus how someone is in real life. If you haven't met someone in real life, then you shouldn't be saying nothing. To sit here and be like you are what people say you are. How do you know if I'm that? Have you met me in real life? Because people that meet me in real life, they don't believe that stuff on social media, because I am in real life.
I don't need to meet you in real life to know that you're a terrible person. I have listened to many of your lives at this point, because I've been covering Tophia for roughly like 5.5, 6 months. I know exactly who you are. And that's not even going into me keeping up with your live streams for the past 1.5 years, 2 years, give or take. I know exactly who you are. And you're a shitty person, no matter how you want to try to spin it.
I'm not even talking about Nova. What cancer patient? Are you talking about the same one that said innocent children should get unalived for no reason. Is that the cancer patient you're talking about? So you're for a genocide because you're defending that same cancer patient that defends a genocide. So I don't even know why you're talking. You defend that person, you're defending a genocide. That's the same person that said that innocent children should get unalived in a genocide. So why are you telling someone how they should react? Oh, now I gotta STF you because you're mad. If you don't know why someone says something, then maybe you shouldn't speak. And you shouldn't tell someone how they should react or respond, considering the fact that was a large celebrity. Celebrities have a large following. Celebrities have an influence on people. And when you're sitting there spewing hateful ideology, that is not cool. You're a celebrity. You should lead by example to be sitting here. She signed a letter, and I'm going to tell you why I said that. She signed a letter to block Busan. If you guys don't know who Busan is, a woman who documents what's going on in Gaza. Her documentary that she made was going to win an award at the Emmys. A bunch of white celebrities signed a letter to have her removed from winning an award, to remove her from the nominees. Why would you want someone removed from the nominees? Because you're a bigot, because you're for a genocide. They support Israel. There's nothing to it. And for you to sit there and be supporting someone that supports Israel is weird. It was not to all cancer patients. It was just to her because of what she said, that innocent children deserve to die. And I have to live in a world where I have to watch innocent children die. And anyone who defends her is for that. Because why are you trying to tell me what I said? I know what I said, and I said it to someone that said that innocent children deserve to die in Gaza. There's nothing to it. So why are you sitting here questioning what someone says to someone? Like I said, and I said it before and I'll say it again, Newton's third law of attraction, isn't it Newton's third law? For every action, there's a reaction. So acting like someone is just saying something for no reason is weird. Nobody says nothing for no reason. There is a reason why someone said something. And it's not unprovoked, and it's not to be hateful, and it's not to be mean, and it's not anything. What is so crazy is that no one has ish to say when these rappers make rap battles. When Tupac literally rap dissed and said, "Don't you got sickle cell?" Ain't nobody said anything then. Oh, you don't have an issue when people make fun of people's cancers and all that, right? And it wasn't making fun of cancer patients because...
Girl, Tupac? He has been dead for a long ass time. Like, the political climate and what is considered politically correct has changed dramatically. This is a poor example to use.
I literally have a supporter that beat cancer. I was not talking to all cancer patients, and I literally shouldn't have to keep explaining. And why is it you're just looking for a reason to be mad for no reason because you don't like me? So you want to create a reason. You want to sit here and complain about something I had a right in saying. You shouldn't even be questioning why I said that. Come on now. Ain't nobody complaining about these battle diss raps. Everybody be eating that stuff up, and I love a good diss rap. I'm not even bashing on that, but it's the fact that when people say something ruthless, especially when people get ate down, you ain't saying nothing. If someone calls someone a fat mother effer and said the only reason you will ever jog is when you're jogging for a Twinkie, everyone would be cackling, kikiing, laughing, even though it's fat phobic. Let's be honest. If someone really...
Tophia, I don't care about... Look, I'll be honest. I don't care about fat phobia. You're right. I am scared to be fat. You're 100% right. Okay, now what? And this is not a diss to any of my plus size people in the audience. Okay? But Tophia, the whole fat acceptance thing, like, bro, let's be real. It's cope. Okay? If you're overweight, I'm a bit overweight. I'm trying to lose some goddamn weight right now. I'll keep it 100 with you. I'm a bit overweight my goddamn self. And yeah, like, I'm not too pleased with myself because I used to be very disciplined as far as my physical health. But, life be lifing. But no, I'm not on this train with you, Tophia. Nah.
Really read somebody down, you wouldn't be complaining whatsoever. You wouldn't have nothing to say. And then then some of the people be the same people that be like, everyone be sensitive. Because if the Boondocks was to come back and reboot right now, a lot of people would be so sensitive that they'd be complaining about the Boondocks. Y'all wouldn't even...
No, the Boondocks would not be able to even be a thing in today's political climate. and I love the Boondocks. The Boondocks was an amazing show. If you've never heard of the Boondocks or never seen it, do yourself a favor. Go watch at least the first season. The Boondocks is amazing. You know, and it's a big thing. I feel like and I've said this about a lot of media, you know, when I'm talking amongst my friends or me and my girl, the big issue with media nowadays is it's too politically safe. It is too neutral in a sense where it doesn't resonate with anybody. And like, what is the point? You have a show that doesn't resonate with anyone. What is even the point? What was the point of putting this out?
Even be able to handle some of the stuff. You literally are crybabies. Some of y'all literally complain about the most minuscule shit, because what does that have anything to do with all cancer patients? Nowhere in there was it specified all cancer patients when I named the person that it was specific.
Tophia, I don't care. I understand you were talking about this woman specifically, and I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, I am a heavy proponent of freedom of speech. I can give two shits if you're talking shit about somebody, but the problem becomes you've said a lot of distasteful things yourself. So when you try to, you know, talk shit about other people, it's a slippery slope.
Specifically for. So why do you have an issue with something that doesn't even involve you? You want an issue no matter what. You're like those women that have boyfriends that always find some ways to have an issue with them. Oh, you left the toilet seat up, then just complain. But it's not even that. It's just little things. The cup is not straight. You just find reasons and ways to complain about everything. And you tell me I'm complaining.
You are.
Did you say that about a cancer patient? Well, why did I say that about a cancer patient? Maybe you should ask the question about why. It's always, why did you say that to someone? What provoked that person to say that to you? What do you mean, what provoked that person to say anything? I didn't provoke anyone to say anything about my brothers burning in hell. Yes, I did tell them they should do it first because they told me to stop breathing and kill over. So I said, you do it first and tell me how that works. So then they got mad at me and told me that my brother is burning in hell. Who cares why you're questioning, oh, well, what did you do to provoke them first? No, what did they do to provoke me? Why is it always what I do to provoke them? Nothing. I don't got no time in the world to be messaging someone to provoke them. I got a life. They don't got a life. That's why they try to provoke people.
Tophia, you do not have a life. Your life is literally the internet. You don't have a life. We seen your screen time usage. Okay? Literally 16 hours of screen time on average. That is essentially every waking minute for the majority of people. Because 16 hours, that's basically your entire day. You do not have a life. And I know that was years ago, but I highly doubt that usage has changed by a significant degree.
People that provoke people ain't got no life. They got nothing better to do. They're bored. That's why they do it, because they're bored. That's how they handle their being bored. What do you mean victim mentality? Isn't everybody else doing victim mentality? Oh, we're being attacked. We're the victims. We don't do anything to you and you just attack us for no reason. There is literal screen recorded proof of the comment sections and what y'all say. You lie and you act like you don't say something first to provoke a reaction. There is literal proof. These live streams are being recorded and say.
Okay, well, part of being a bigger person and having just being a better person in general is not getting baited into reacting. And we know, like, dude, you react to everything, this is exactly why you're a lolcow. You are easy to provoke and manipulate into a reaction. Thus, you are a lolcow.
Saved to a backup TikTok, Instagram, no, YouTube. I have another YouTube account where all of my saved live streams are. Someone was recording my live streams for me so no one can twist my words, no one can lie, and it's saved to that YouTube channel. So if you want to lie, I can just go pull up all the comment sections. Now what are you going to say? You're over here talking about victim mentality. What do you mean victim mentality? There ain't no victim mentality over here. You're just mad because I said something to you you didn't like.
Tophia, your entire personality is victim mentality. What are you talking about? You have not blamed yourself. You have not taken accountability for anything. Anything. I cannot think of one situation where you actually took accountability and said, man, this is my fault. Maybe I could have done something different. It's always everyone else's fault. Thus, you live in a perpetual state of victimhood.
I literally said that's why people be mad. Get over it. You're holding a grudge. You're holding resentment over something you need to let go. That plane is too low for a residential area anyways.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm so tired of hearing about planes being too low. Like she has said this in so many live streams. Tophia, you're not a pilot. And knowing you, and as far as like math, and this would take some level of like trigonometry to be able to distinguish if the plane is at said elevation. You don't fucking know. Shut up.
That plane is way too low. Nobody said victim mentality anywhere. If I said people are mad because I didn't respond properly, then what does that tell you? You're still mad over something that was said to you. Someone literally almost cried in the Discord because I said something about their dead grandmother. They almost cried, and then after that they got angry and then started taking it out on me on revenge. Get over it. You're never going to get your revenge because I'll get you 2 times over. You want revenge, I'll get you back 2 times over, and I don't have to be rude to get you 2 times over. Why are people so stuck on the get back? It's not about getting someone back, because then we'd be getting each other back forever. That does not make no sense. Some of y'all need to relax and stop trying to take your anger out on someone because they hurt you. Hurt, go talk to the therapist. Go on Dr. Phil. I'm pretty sure he could help you. Go on an episode of Dr. Phil. Talk it out with him. And then when I say something, you see how someone tells me to unalive myself? That is so crazy. You're so mad that you tell me to unalive myself, but if I said that to someone else, I'd be canceled, right? Nobody is pissing on the streets, girl. Literally, you're talking about old news.
Nah, they're not pissing, they're shitting. A mama chew was shitting on the sidewalk. But go ahead, keep talking.
Not using the restroom on the street, considering the fact that we were sleeping right next to the thrift store. So what are you talking about? Even the lady told us you can come in anytime you want because she knew we were sleeping right there. We would go to the thrift store if we needed the restroom just because the maid said shit. I wouldn't even believe a bitch that got fired from her job for not shutting the fuck up. She kept making videos about me saying that I was the reason why my brother got murdered and ended up losing her job. That's what the fuck she gets for not shutting the fuck up. She runs her mouth too damn much. She thinks that she's all high and mighty. Her aunt is a fucking racist, and you don't even call that shit out. She literally says my aunt is a racist, but does not name drop her. Why? Because you want your aunt to keep your job. You don't really care that your aunt is racist because you would have name dropped her. Stupid bitch lives with her cousin because she can't afford a place to live and got evicted. So there's no reason why.
Bruh, shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't know who the fuck her aunt is. Could care less. There are racist people in the world, and that's never going to change, probably. It would be nice if it did, but, bruh, there's always going to be people that just don't like other people. Period. It's tribalism. It's something that's literally ingrained in us throughout all of human history. So I don't care. Like, you act as if bruh, I'm black. I feel like I've told y'all this already. But dude, I have been discriminated against. I've had racist things happen to me, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck, bro, because that's just that one person. I can move on and keep going on about my day without feeling the need to have like a call of action. I don't give a fuck, man. Oh, well, her aunt was racist. That doesn't mean that she's racist. It's not how that works. Okay? Like, bro, because I mean, if we're going to do that, Marie is ableist because she literally called people regarded on the stream. So Marie she's ableist, which means you're ableist because you defend your mom, right? Like, shut the fuck up, man. I don't care about none of this shit.
Why she should talk about me not being able to pay rent when she couldn't fucking pay her rent and she has an eviction on her name. Unlike me, I don't have no evictions on my name.
Well, you know what, Tophia, you say all this, but Squid is not living in a shelter. So, yeah.
Could go wherever I want and pay wherever I want. I don't gotta worry. For her, she's
Then
stuck where the fuck she's at because she can't afford shit. So I don't even know why people are sitting here
Tophia, you're stuck where the fuck you're at because you can't afford shit. Like, what are we talking about? You're literally projecting so hard right now. You are in essentially the same situation, but she's still doing better than you. Because at the end of the day, she's not stuck in a shelter. You're stuck in a shelter and you're afraid to even leave the shelter because you think your shit will get stolen. Shut up.
defending someone who's in the same motherfucking boat as me. She's even lucky she's got a place to live. She can't move anywhere else. It was exposed.
Can't either.
And then people want to try to sit there and say the account was me. And I am going to say it because it needs to be said. She admitted that account was not me, but she didn't tell anybody, nothing. She just took the video down where people was mass spamming that it was me and my brother behind that account when my brother was alive, and they tried to say we were behind that account. No, just even if you delete the video, you need to go online and tell people directly that is not me. Deleting the video ain't gonna do shit. You got people out here believing that's me, knowing that you had a whole ass stalker that was after you. Mind you, she has this guy that has been stalking her. And you talking about me, you need to keep your shit way over there. I don't need to be brought into your world. Because now, that guy's probably going to start stalking me. White people lead people to danger, and they need to keep their danger to themselves.
Like, shut the fuck up, man. You are, like, Tophia, you are so racist, and it's, like, so blatant. Like, what does race have to do with anything that you are even talking about right now? And then if she has an ex or whoever that's obsessing over her, why would they turn around and stalk you? You're like, shut up.
Bring the danger over here. I don't bring my danger to people. I already tell people what it is when they first.
Are you sure about that? You sure about that? You don't bring danger to other people. So when you going live and being on social media, literally had people showing up at your apartment and at the motel looking for you or to come fuck with you, but you still refuse to get offline or at the very least take a break. But you weren't putting anybody in danger, right? Right.
Meet me. I got social media. I'm getting harassed. Be careful. I always fair warn people when they're around me. I don't lead people to danger.
Sure.
That whole witch literally had a stalker posting her personal information online, and she has the absolute audacity to not tell anyone I'm not behind that account. Just, I'm going to delete the video. That'll work. You knew people was falsely accusing me. You knew that was your stalker behind the account, and you didn't even address it. You just deleted the comment. That's really weird. I cared more about my missing switch than I did my dog.
Why are we even talking about Squid? This shit is old, man. Who cares?
Let's talk about it. So my brother wanted to put up flyers, and I said no. The reason why I opted against flyers is because someone did the very thing that I said they was going to do. They said, we're going to kidnap your dog. Because I know for a fact, if I put up flyers, there was going to be a search party for my dog, and someone was going to attempt to look for my dog and kidnap it. So it had nothing to do with me caring more about a switch than literally my dog. The reason why I didn't post my dog was missing right away was because I knew what was going to come. First of all, I knew people was going to say I killed my dog when I didn't. Another dog attacked my dog and it ran away. Of course, I knew people was going to start claiming. Someone made a whole Facebook post from where I was at saying that they were looking for a dog that looked exactly like mine, sent it to me to be hateful, and attempts to try to kidnap my dog. I have to think of safety, and especially the fact that if I would have put a flyer up in the area I was in and say the dog was missing in this area, that would have literally doxed me, and then people would have known where I lived, and then I would have got harassed. That's why I tried to prevent myself from being doxed and from people knowing where I live, because I would have had to put the address where I was at on the flyer.
No, you don't. You could have literally just put your phone number. And then, like, at the very least, it would only be locals that, you know what I'm saying, it'd only be locals that would be reaching out to you. But sure, okay.
Because how are people going to know where to take the dog to? Our only and best option was to wait until maybe someone returned her to the animal shelter and or posted her. There was a place where they post missing dogs, a place in Albuquerque. It's a website where they post missing dogs. We could literally just go to that page. We were looking every day. Mind you, I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning walking the ditch when that witch my brother's ex, had the nerve to say, she literally said, I was looking for her. We were literally looking for her. She, at the same time, she saw us walking the ditch looking for the dog. Why is she looking for my dog? I was confused because she didn't like my family, first of all. And I was confused as to why she was helping because, let's be honest, that girl wouldn't help any. She didn't help my family. My family helped her more than she helped us. Yeah, she did buy food for the household one time, right? But she was living in my apartment rent-free with my brother because my dad said they didn't have to pay rent.
Oh, she was living in your apartment. The apartment that you weren't paying the rent on, right? Right.
Literally lying her ass off online saying we was not looking for our dog. Because she
Y'all
wanted
weren't.
to take advantage since people was hating on me already for not even posting my dog was missing. I had to think of my safety because, yes, it's a possibility my dog may have never came back. But I can't undo if we get doxxed because then we'll lose another place. I was not trying to go back to sleeping in a car because people want to be assholes. So I had to protect myself. And in turn ended up getting doxxed because the stupid bitch told people where we lived because she's so afraid of her safety. But when it comes to ours, she loves to put our safety in danger. My brother's ex is so hypocrite. She'll literally call my brother crying that she feels unsafe for telling me that people are threatening her and she has to flee Albuquerque. But when it comes to our safety, she didn't even care when she was talking about shooting holes in people. This girl literally loves to play internet or loves to play real life gangster and she's not even a gangster. She ain't even about that gangster.
This is coming from the same woman the night her brother passed away, went live and was telling people they better make sure they have life insurance or pew pew pew. Okay, Tophia, sure.
Her life. She's weird. She's a fake gangster. She literally will threaten people over the phone. She will threaten to shoot holes in people, and then she will literally be crying, so scared to the point that she had to flee Albuquerque. That's one of the reasons why I thought she was behind murdering my brother, besides the other weird comments she made and a weird conversation I had with her. She was jealous and had the nerve to tell my brother's other friend to tell her to stop posting. They were in a group chat together and she said, stop posting pictures and stuff about Donald. You don't get to control who gets to post about what. His friends are also grieving, not just you. You're not even grieving at all. You never even loved my...
You weren't either. You weren't grieving either. I honestly feel like Tophia, she doesn't give a fuck that her brother passed away. Because every time she mentions her brother, it is only in reference to what he could have done for her. Period.
My brother, and you talk about you grieving someone you cheated on in a group chat on Facebook, admitted to my mom you did cheat on your son. My brother drove her to go cheat. He didn't even know. He drove her to go see her ex because that's all she ever does. She's a cheater and she's abusive. She beats people talking. And I'm not defending my brother, but she got caught on camera assaulting my brother and choking him by a Whole Foods worker, and they were going to court for that. You cannot sit here and defend someone who got caught on camera, cell phone camera, by the way. Like, you guys be sitting here defending this whole chick, defending her for what? I don't even know why you defend my brother's ex. It's so crazy.
We don't. No one cares about Angie. No one brings her up. You are the person that constantly brings up Angie. We don't give a fuck. I hate every time you bring up Angie because I know it's going to turn into a 5 to 15 minute fucking relapse of the past, of things I just don't care about.
Talking about my dog, which I had to protect myself. Mind you, I was pissed off because she was living there and I said, watch, our place is going to get doxxed and then what's going to happen? She was living in a motel with us. She had her own room, but she worked at APS, she worked at the schools, and she got kicked out of her adoptive parents' place. Oh wait, I don't know what they are because she said not to call them her parents. How hateful do you gotta be to not refer to someone that gave you life, that adopted you when your real parents didn't want you to say that you don't want to refer to them as your parents? They didn't even do anything to her. I met her mom. Yeah, her mom issues with my brother, whatever. And I met her dad too. Her dad was an older man, probably in his 70s. He was a nice guy. We went to the Isotopes and he was very kind, very sweet. Like, and to me, those people, she's the one that's acting out. She's the one that's rebellious. She's the one that treats her adopted parents like shit. She said that they're expected to clean her room. She doesn't have to clean her room, even though she's 3 years younger than me. Remember that. This girl is 3 years younger than
You don't clean up either. So, like, who cares? Okay, so y'all both some trifling bitches. Now what?
me, because she's around the same age that my brother was, talking about how her parents need to clean her room because she shouldn't have to. And she was not paying no rent there. She was living there rent free. And she had a job. She was not paying no bills. And you over here telling me I had to pay some bills? She was living at her parents'.
So you and Angie are literally the same, because when you were living in the apartment, I don't believe you were paying any bills either, Tophia. Okay. I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck about what happened with Angie, man. Your brother has been dead for almost a year and a half. Like, why are you still bringing her up? I don't understand.
Parents' house with a job, paying no bills. Like, you got, and then when Space Kitten gave her $20, because Space Kitten was like, I gave her $20 over you because she does more than you. Heck no, she had no job and was laying up in the bed. That picture she posted with the dirty stains in the bed that my brother was sleeping in, she also slept in that bed. So for her to be posting pictures like that, like she's laid up in that bed, makes no sense, because you were sleeping in it too, and you're dirty as hell. Why don't you tell people how nasty you are? When we went in there to clean that room, no wonder why we had so much roaches, because she lived nasty. She had
Nah, y'all had roaches long before Angie even came around. Like, don't do that.
hockey bags open on the side of the bed, just thrown there, open foam cups of soda she never finished, crackers, the cracker stacks open everywhere. She left that place nasty. My room didn't have any of that food stuff.
Bullshit.
And my brother worked.
Sure.
He shouldn't have to come home and clean up after your lazy ass, because you lay there all day giggling and cackling with another guy that you cheating on him with while you're a nasty ass B-word. Disgusting. And people want to defend her, and she wants to say that I smelled and I'm dirty. She would leave every morning early. I don't know. She said she had to go to her mom's house. She never took a shower at our house. I don't know why. Nothing was wrong with our shower. She could have took a shower there. I don't even know.
Y'all's bathroom was probably trifling like the rest of the apartment, but please continue.
So when she went to her mom's house, it made me wonder, like, are you taking a shower there, or are you just going to work like that and not even showering? Because that's a question to me. If you have to leave to go take a shower, and the shower works perfectly fine, then I'm so confused why you gotta leave to go shower somewhere else. Our shower was not broken, so that led me to believe she wasn't showering. I questioned. She wants to talk about me smelling. She wants to make up all this stuff. She literally had kitty litter all over her room. That's how she left the Motel 6. There was kitty litter all over the room. There was like cat throw up or some spaghetti sauce stuff stuck to the bed. There was dog shit from her puppy stuck to the floor. It was literally stuck to the floor. And she was sleeping like that with dog shit everywhere. Mind you, we took my dog outside to use the restroom. We didn't have...
Bruh, what do you, like, Tophia, in Aunt Karen's live, you said Hershey literally would not go outside to use the bathroom. Now you're here saying that y'all took y'all dog outside to use the bathroom. Which is it? You fucking liar, man. Like, pick a lie. Please.
Have no pee pads, because you can't have pee pads in a motel, so you have to take your dog out to pee, and you be defending someone. And
so okay, so like, what sense does that make? So you can't have pee pads in a motel, but before the motel, when y'all was in an apartment, you said Hershey literally just wouldn't use the bathroom outside. So you're essentially, the dog would use the bathroom outside. That's essentially what you're saying right now. You realize that, right? Right.
Still got those photos. She reported the video and got it taken down because she didn't want people to see. I still got that stuff in this iPhone. I still got those photos. As a matter of fact, I could show you right now. I literally could show you right now.
I'm good.
Because,
I'm cool.
Yeah. She's gonna do nothing. Nothing she can do. And you want to talk about animal abuse, wait till you see this, because this is legit animal abuse. Oh, you keep getting all these pets. I didn't get nothing. Those were her pets that she kept getting that she wouldn't take care of. So, okay, me for something that she did, I'm gonna show you. Belt's gonna get into it because, yeah, the thing you're not gonna do is you're not gonna offend someone who lives like this. Ain't no way. Oh, I got that on my phone.
Tophia, we seen y'all's apartment and we seen the hotel. Like, you literally had at least 15, 20 pee pads in the apartment. Y'all, you're no better. So like, no matter what you show me, I don't care, because you and your family was just as trifling. So I don't care.
Trust me, I keep receipts. Because how you living
Sure.
like that? How are you living like that? That's literally dog shit stuck to the floor. That's literally her room. That's from Princess. That's literally a picture of her room. And the only reason why I took pictures is because I said to get her stuff. Her friend told my brother, and what happened was her friend told my brother, can you go get my stuff? Because she just left it there for her.
Why? So, okay, so there's going to be gameplay during this video because Tophia is not on screen. But there's literally a picture of just some dog shit on the screen right now. Like, girl, I don't need to see this. I don't want to see this. What the fuck? What are we doing right now?
And she had to go get her stuff, and she got thrown out. She was having this girl sneak through the window and stay there along with this other dude that she was supposedly with. And so I don't know, if I think he just showed up when she was being kicked out. I don't even know. He was there, and she told my brother to tell the chick to get out, to go. She said, tell this chick to leave, because she wasn't paying for her. She was just letting her stay there, and you have to pay for extra guests, and she wasn't even doing that. So that's all the kitty litter, that's all the shit on the floor. That's from her apartment. Mind you, that place got torn down for drug activity, so that's no longer. They're gonna put
Bruh.
apartments for college students there, I think, but they tore it down for the drug usage because there was a huge drug thing there. But anyways, oh, I have stuff from her too, receipts. Anyways, that's kitty litter from her cats. Here's some more. That's dog shit stuck to the floor, dried dog shit. That's literally from her dog, Princess, or her cats, I don't even know. But I don't even think cats shit like that, so it couldn't have been her cats. It had to have been a dog. So that's why we was in the first place, because her friend said to go get the stuff. So then my brother went to go get her stuff, and he's like, come here. He called me and my mom, and he said, come here, I want to show you something. So we went over there, and he goes, look at that. He goes, that's how she left this room. And I was like, what the And I said, we need to call animal control, I told him, because that's animal abuse. And so we did, but they never showed up. They didn't.
Okay, so like, but your brother was still with her. You're telling us all of this, but Brother Chu was still dealing with Angie at this time, or else y'all wouldn't have even seen any of this shit. So again, by your logic, okay, so if Andy was abusing and neglecting the animals, then I guess Brother Chu's also an animal abuser, which makes you an animal abuser because you defend him, right? Right.
They didn't even show up at all, so it's crazy. But he said, come here, and then that's when he said, look at this. And just so you, because it's torn down, so it doesn't even matter if I show this or not, because it's torn down. So I can show you this too, hold on. There's a clear as day photo. That's literally shit stuck to the floor. That's literally from her animals. And I'll show you something else, because I said I can't show you this because the place is torn down
weird.
and nobody is there. So let me show you this, because I ain't lying, so I want people to say I'm making this up. Oh, I can't show that. It's literally a video of her room number, and it says 120.
Literally, like someone just said in the chat comments, like you just got a camera roll of doo doo. Like, who keeps this in their phone? If it was such a problem and you had all this proof, why didn't you report it and air this shit out when it happened? Years later, you like, okay, what are we supposed to do with this information now? This is years ago. What do you want us to do with this information, Toph? It's ridiculous.
Because that was her room number. But also because I do want to address something, because I know people are mentioning in the comments. I saw it when I was looking for the photo. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick, because y'all need to. I think that's it for the photos.
Please.
I think I have one of the bed, but I'm not sure. Let me see, because I'm gonna address that photo that people want to bring up.
I'm not putting none of these pictures up. Obviously, You know, we've already went past them. But yeah, I'm not going to subject y'all to looking at dog and cat shit on the floor because Tophia wants to be a fucking weirdo and air out dirty laundry from years ago. The fuck?
And explain because so I can't show that because it's the video of the room number. That's a photo. That which one did I show? That one. That's dog shit. That was how she left her room. I gotta wait till these load. That's how she left her room. She left it.
Okay, and we seen how y'all left the motel, courtesy of Squid. So you, Angie, your brother, your mammy, so all of y'all are just a bunch of nasty motherfuckers. Case closed.
That way. She didn't even clean up after herself. She just left it, and she left food stuck to the bed. She was sleeping in the bed like that. She didn't even care how she slept. So this is legit 120 for those of you guys who know. Literally. So you guys are trying to say that I abuse animals. This is 120. So where Nicole stayed. That's that video where I said this is 120. So people wouldn't say that I was lying. Because then they would try to say that's my room. That's why I took a video of that. Last one. That's the last one. Well, you do because you defend her all the time. And you say how my brother's a predator because she's the one that called him that falsely. And you defend her all the time. So what are you talking about?
No. You said Angie's a predator. Your brother still dated her. You defend your brother. So this whole lineup, all of y'all are some predators. Y'all are all linked together and you defend each other and stick together. So you're all predators based on your logic.
Anyways, like I said, and I'm going to address it because people are bringing it up. Those pee pads that were all the way down the hall in my apartment was because she had a puppy. The puppy's name was Prince. If you didn't know, she gets multiple dogs that she does not take care of. Prince was what was it? Not a bull mastiff. I'm trying to remember the breed. The dog had its tail clipped. I do not agree with clipping dogs' ears or tails for certain aesthetic looks, but my brother didn't agree. And I guess the dog had already had his tail clipped and my brother didn't agree with that. Poor dog. So they bought a dog with a clipped tail. And if you know anything about why people do that, they do that for aesthetic purposes. She had this dog that obviously when you have puppies have to be puppy trained. We could not have this dog peeing on our floor. Mind you, the dog did not go on the pee pads because you have to train the dog.
Then why didn't y'all train the fucking dog? Because putting pee pads around the entire apartment means no one was putting in any type of effort to training the dog. When I was training my dog back before I left, this is years and years ago. My dog's getting pretty old at this point, but I had 2 pee pads that were together. 2 pee pads together in one corner. And I would walk my dog every hour to get her used to going outside. And if she started complaining, or if I caught her about to pee, I would take her to the pee pad. And guess what? Within literally not even probably less than 2, maybe 3 weeks, my dog was essentially potty trained. Y'all had pee pads throughout your entire apartment, which means no one was looking out or taking care of the dog. Even though the majority of people in this fucking family don't work. Tophia didn't have a job. Papachu wasn't working. Mamachu wasn't working. The only person that we can say was probably working is Brotherchu. Y'all are just a bunch of lazy, nasty, dirty ass motherfuckers. And that's it. End of story.
We were the ones who had to train her dog to go to the restroom on the pee pads because she was not training her dog. So that's why we had pads all down the hallway.
Dude, you can't line your entire house with pee pads and call that training. That's not training, because you literally just have pee pads covering every square inch of the house. There's no training involved. Training requires effort, actually taking the dog to the pee pad when they are having an accident. Y'all weren't doing that, or else you wouldn't have pee pads everywhere. Fucking lying ass.
Because for the simple fact is he wouldn't go on the pee pad, and if he went on the floor, we couldn't have that because We're responsible. That's our place. We're renting. She's not even on the lease. She's not even paying no rent. If something happens, we're going to get thrown out because of her dog. Because she loves to dump her dogs on us, to take care of her dogs, to feed her dogs. She'll come home from work, go straight to her room, and literally put her puppy out of the room and just dump him for us to take care of him. No, you come home and take care of him. Your dog, we had to take the dog in and out because the dog was in the crate. So we would take the dog out of the crate to teach it to feed it, take it to the bathroom so it's not in the crate the whole time, and let it out and run around so it's not in the crate all day. But then when we would put it back into the crate, you come home and you
like bruh. So Tophia probably doesn't realize this with her dumbass, but she's essentially saying that her and her family were also neglecting this dog. Because why would the dog need to be in the crate at all for any period of time, unless you're actually like disciplining the dog for some reason? Why would the dog need to be in the crate whatsoever when Papa Chu, Mama Chu, and Tophia don't work? Just y'all are just everybody in this family is terrible. Angie's terrible. Your whole family is terrible. All of y'all suck. I can't stand none of y'all.
You don't want no responsibility for your dog, so you just dump your dog on us. My dad got mad because the dog shit on his notebook. So he told my brother, he said, that dog's gotta go. My dad was okay with the dog, but then, once she gets used to dogs, after a while, she is kind of a little aggressive, but once she gets used to dogs, she's friendly. They're like friends. She plays with the dog, runs around, everything. We didn't have no issues, except in the beginning, because you gotta get her, she used to the dogs. But the dog went and shit on his notebook, and that was the last straw. So then he told her, he told my brother, he said, you need to get rid of that dog. So she took the dog to her sister's house. Now, do you know what happened when she took Prince to her sister's house? He got parvo and died. You know how dogs get parvo from being in contaminated cat poop. That's what it is in the kitty litter. When they get into the contaminated kitty litter, they get parvo. They had to give him, I think it's Pedialyte, is what you give dogs when they have parvo. The dog died. My mom was so upset. My dad felt bad. So my dad, he felt bad because the dog died, and he was like, what did he say? He said he felt responsible is what happened. He was like, I feel responsible. Well, not responsible, but he felt bad because he said if the dog would have been with us, the dog would have never died. But I was like, but we can't have this dog using the restroom on the floor. And then, you know what I mean? We can't have this dog. I had to answer this call. Anyways, I was saying, that's the whole reason for that photo. All the all the pee pads that were all along the hallway was because she had a dog that was named Prince. And the dog was...
It's not an excuse. That is not an excuse. There is 3 adults in the house that do not work in our home all day. Okay, yes, it sucks that she dumped the dog on y'all, but it's y'all's house. Somebody should have been looking after the dog throughout the day. And obviously y'all didn't want to do that, so you lined your entire apartment with pee pads, Tophia. The fuck out of here.
Was using the restroom on the floor, so we couldn't have the dog use the restroom on the floor, which is why we had all those pee pads, because we were trying to teach the dog to go on the pee pads
I don't
and
care
not on the
anymore.
floor. And then the dog ended up dying from parvo, went to her sister's, got parvo, died. My dad felt bad, and we were like, well, you can't have the dog using the restroom. We were going to get in trouble. To get his frustration, she did use pee pads. Actually, she used the pee pads. She did use the pee pads, but we only had one. We didn't have pee pads down the hall because she knew where to go on the pee pads. And the reason being is because she was a chug. We would take her outside for a walk. It's not like we didn't. But she can't go outside and use the restroom because if she gets into another dog's poop, she would have got sick. A chug is a Chihuahua pug mix. And when you look up, if she would have got into another dog's poop, she would have seriously got sick.
Then that's why you have a leash. So your dog... Like, whatever, Tophia. Just, y'all should never own animals because you can't take responsibility for anything. You know, like, well, we can't take the dog outside. It might sniff some other dog. Well, then don't let it sniff another dog's poop. How hard is that? It's not pay attention to your fucking dog. It's essentially your baby, your child. How hard is it to just pay attention? Look up from the fucking phone, Tophia.
Not a chud. A chug is a Chihuahua pug mix. So, but anyways, that's why there was pee pads all down the hallway, was because we couldn't have that. She only had one pee pad, so there was no pee pads all the way down the hall. It was just one pee pad because she knew where to go on the pee pad.
Right,
and we would clean up after her. She couldn't use the restroom outside like a normal dog because pee pads are for dogs that have some sort of disabilities or can't really use the restroom like normal dogs, on top of teaching puppies to use the restroom. That's what it's also for. But like I said, she couldn't go outside because she would get sick if she even smelled another dog's poop. So it's literally the whole situation of what happens and why. That's just literally just like what happens. So but someone's like, I know the floor is soaked. First of all, pee does not soak through the floor unless you don't change the pee pads often. If you're using the same pee pad over and over again and you don't change it, it's going to soak through that pee pad and soak through the floor. So you have to change it. We knew when to change the pee pad, so there was no piss soaking through no floor, because if you're not changing it regularly, then some people don't change their pee pads. They just let the dog pee right through it, and then when they start smelling that odor, then they just decide to change it, and then it's gotten worse at that point. Oh, I went and helped with some things, so that's what I did. Yes, I was changing them, and actually our apartment, our carpet was not clean. That wasn't a brand new apartment, so the carpets were not clean to begin with. So
then get it fucking cleaned. Call Stanley Steamers or some shit. Like, yeah, y'all have an excuse for everything. For every little thing, there is an excuse. Okay, if you moved into an apartment and you felt the apartment's carpet wasn't cleaned, either clean it yourself or call in a service to clean it. This is not difficult. There was 4 adults living in this fucking house. And y'all never did shit. Just a bunch of lazy, useless people in this damn family, man.
So to say, oh, our carpets were already dirty when we moved in.
Then
because
clean them.
You have to think that there was someone else living there. There was literally somebody else staying there before us. They're not going to hire somebody to come in and clean the carpets.
Yeah, most apartment complexes do call someone in to clean the carpets in between tenants. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, it's true, because those are old apartments. And considering the way that they kept it, considering the fact that they didn't even care about the roach problem, tells me just as much as about what I need to know. They had these fake photos online, which I don't know, some of those apartments might look like that. Literal apartments with dishwashers that's deceiving people. Our apartment didn't look like that, and we had a 3-bedroom. And we had a roach infestation so bad, it was crazy. I'm just saying, the way that they kept those apartments, I know.
Why didn't you and your family get the apartment fumigated? Like, just everything is everyone else's fault, but y'all don't ever do anything. Y'all never find a solution. Y'all never put y'all's heads together or y'all's monies together to do a solution. Y'all just accept the problem. Same thing you're doing right now with being homeless. You just accept that you're homeless. But we're not going to put in any effort, and we're sure as fuck not going to put in any money into rectifying the issue so we can get out of this problem. Like, okay, whatever.
I know for a fact that they are not going to have clean carpets. Some places don't even care. They don't deep clean places. They just surface clean. And they, like, housing goes in. We were on a housing thing, I think. They go in and they inspect the place to see if everything's running, to make sure that you have, because fire extinguishers have an expiration date, all of that. They have to go through your whole apartment and make sure it's livable. It was livable. Carpets, they were little, but that's not going to stop us from living somewhere just because of carpets, because we were living in a shelter. That's a heck of a lot better than living out.
So bruh, Tophia, like, man, what the fuck, dude? So you're telling me before Apartment-Chu, y'all were living in a shelter? At what point in your life do you just get fed up and decide to go balls to the wall so you do not have to ever experience these living circumstances again. Y'all were in a shelter before Tophiachu, and you've been in a shelter for over a year, and you're still not willing to do anything to get out of this situation. Like, just shut the fuck up. Shut up. I don't care. I just don't care about any of this. I don't care about your old apartment. I don't care about Angie. I don't care about the roaches. I don't give a fuck about Hershey disappearing into the ether. That poor dog. It's not Hershey's fault. But I don't care. You and your family deserve to be exactly where the fuck y'all are at
the shelter. Plus, we were being kicked out of the shelter, so we had to go get a place.
Of course y'all were.
Because this lady lied on my dad. It was a whole thing. And my dad, he was stubborn.
Sure, yeah. Of course, it's knowing Tophiachu, like all the shit that he's done that we know about. No, it wasn't Tophiachu's fault. Some lady lied. Like, zero accountability across the board. I have never heard Tophia actually blame herself or her family. I don't think the only person she's ever blamed was Tophiachu for him being off his meds or whatever and not paying the rent. Outside of that one instance, nothing is ever their fucking fault. And it's annoying. Like, if you're not going to take accountability for anything, you're doomed to just keep repeating the same cycles over and over.
And he didn't want to get out of there, and we said we want a place, and he said no. He kept making excuses for why he wanted to stay at the shelter, and I was just getting frustrated. Finally, we got a place, and it was heck of a lot better than being at a shelter. I have my own bedroom. My brother has his own bedroom. We can cook meals now, home cooked meals. Who said I was excusing men? I'm not going to be specific, considering for the fact is that I'm not telling you nothing, because then that would dox myself. Just know that I went and cleaned somewhere for today. Jesus Christ, I don't have to be specific on what I did. Stop trying to be a weirdo and trying to spy on someone and know everything. I'm gonna get ready because I'm gonna go to sleep soon.
Good, thank God.
I'm able to go live early. My room always has to be clean. What are you talking about? I don't have to clean my room. It always has to be cleaned. Stop trying to be a weirdo. Anyways, I need someone to, I don't know, did I mention to you about the couple's costumes? Because I have a costume for Halloween, but I need someone who wants to dress up with me because I have a
Tophia, like, bruh. Oh my God. Really? You're homeless. It's fucking June. Why are you even thinking about costumes, couple costumes? Just same thing with last Halloween when she got that stupid red wig and I think it was like the Miss Bellum costume, which she looked fucking ridiculous in. She looks horrible. We're literally repeating the same shit from last year. You're going to waste money on a costume again this year. Why? You have a fucking storage, you got a phone bill, and you should be saving money to get the fuck out of this shelter. But you don't care. And then you expect us to care that I'm not getting help and blah, blah, blah. Well, like, dude, fuck yourself. If you're not helping yourself, no one else should help you. Fuck out of here.
A real good idea for a costume. I need to be in a relationship. This person quit playing. I'm just kidding. But anyways, because I'm getting blocked.
Get out of here, bro.
So now you're bringing up the tear gas thing when literally I didn't even know I was being tear gassed. Here we go. You left Hershey in the apartment while you were tear gassed and blah. I didn't leave her. We were under the impression we were going to go back to our apartment. We told them because they called us. I talked to them on the phone. My dad closed the door on the police. That's where the false imprisonment came in. We were not falsely imprisoned, but they wanted to make sure we were okay. I went to lay back down because I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to go lay back down. Then that's when she called and she was like, are you guys okay? And I'm like, yeah, we're okay. And she goes, well, we need to see that you're okay. So you got to come out. And I said, well, we can't because my dad's not going to let us sleep. And I told her my brother.
Like, tough. Oh my goodness. Do you hear yourself? Yeah, we're not being falsely imprisoned, but we can't leave the house because our dad won't let us. Like, bruh, like, come on, man. We cannot be this fucking dumb. Oh my goodness. Like, my brain hurts. Like, my head is literally, I'm starting to get a headache because this is just so stupid. So, yeah, when you said they thought that your dad was holding y'all hostage, and then you turn around and tell us that you told them that your dad won't let you leave. That's the meaning of being a fucking hostage, Tophia. God, just dumb. Dumb as fuck, man. Holy shit.
Brother's going to work. He was rushing because he was late. He was already a little late to work. And so he called because he notified his boss the reason why he was late. So then they said, well, you're going to have to come out when my brother. So, oh, dang, that was a loud firework. So then anyways, that kind of scared me. So anyways, what happened?
It didn't. You don't have PTSD because Tophia has heard multiple loud ass noises and fireworks, whatever, over the last few weeks. It's always just like, oh, that was a loud. She never freaks out. She never breaks down crying. It's a bunch of bullshit. She's a fucking liar. She doesn't have PTSD. And based on the retelling of the events that happened with Brother Chu, she didn't even realize he got shot after he was already dead. So I don't believe that she's traumatized from loud noises or none of that shit. Because she literally said she looked over, thought he was asleep, and then fucking pulled the blanket back up. So, like, no, that's not how PTSD works. Shut the fuck up.
Happened was my brother was in a rush to go to work, so we had to rush out with him. He needed to get to work, so we didn't have time to grab anything. I didn't grab my ID, my wallet, my phone. I couldn't grab nothing. Not even because we told them we couldn't have a raid. Anyways, that.
Like, I'm glad this video is almost over because, like, I just want to throw my mouse at my screen. Like, you're so stupid. You told the police that we can't be raided, guys. Like, can y'all hold off on the raid for like another week? Like, no! It's the fucking cops. If they're planning on raiding you, you're getting fucking raided, man. Unless the person comes out willingly. What are we talking about? Like, she's so fucking dumb. Like, and she was growing. Like, it's not even like she was in high school when all this happened, or even in her early 20s. Like, she was a grown ass woman trying to tell the cops, like, hey, y'all can't raid us. You're regarded as hell.
That happened. So after that whole situation happened, then what happened was that we went to the cop car because right as soon as we snuck out, he had noticed we were gone and he barricaded himself in. So he locked the door and was refusing to let anyone in because he knew at that point what was already happening. We had already went out. We had to follow police orders. There's nothing we could do. If the police tells you to do something, you got to do it. So then we're waiting and they says, well, do you have anywhere to go? Do you have any family members? Do you have a place to go? And I said, no, we don't have anybody to go with. What do you mean? I was under the impression we were going to go back into our house. So I'm confused why they're asking me if I have anywhere to go. Then they're driving us.
Well, your dad did not come out willingly. So yes, they ended up raiding the apartment. And, luckily, besides the tear gas, they didn't hurt Tophiachu in the process because, like, things could have been way fucking worse in this situation. But, okay, whatever.
Us around the block. They said, well, get in the back of the car. They had to move us because they had to block off both streets because the SWAT team had showed up. We told them, we were like, well, we've always had issues like this with him before, but the police are able to get him out. And we said, we can't have a raid because we'll get kicked out. And they were like, well, is there a way that you guys could try to get him out without basically damaging the place? I don't know what happened. They waited till we left and then they busted the door down. They busted the door down. They threw everything all over, which that picture that people have of my room was because my room was raided. So they threw my desk over, They threw my trash cans over because obviously they have to search for weapons. I didn't have any weapons, but there's no one there to tell them, hey, there's no weapons. So they trashed the place. That whole place was trashed because it was
Sure.
raided. So when my mom took a picture and showed people, I got mad because I said, now you have, look, now they have a reason to say you live like that. Even though you was raided, they're going to
Tophia, we have seen your live streams before the raid. Y'all's house has always been dirty. Stop trying to spin this narrative that it's the cops' fault. Y'all were just some dirty motherfuckers, man. It's okay. Fess up to it.
use this picture to say this is how she was living, when that was not the case. My room was not like that before the raid. My dad is in the military. We couldn't have our rooms like that, and if our rooms got dirty, we would have to clean it. There
Sure.
couldn't be no clothes on the bed. The clothes had to be put up in the closet hanging. You couldn't have nothing on the floors. My brother, his room, because he had that big cabinet, but his room for the most part was cleaned. He cleaned up his room. I had to have mine cleaned, and mind you, at the time when I was living in that place, my depression was horrible. I slept in the dark.
This bitch, she really hollered, my depression was horrible. I slept in the dark. Okay. Okay, Tophia. Yeah, you slept in the dark. Yeah, your depression must have been like just totally just horrendous. Like, okay, whatever. But that's where the live ends, guys. I think it went on for like another 10, 15 minutes, but if I'm not mistaken, I think So Much Guy had a little bit of technical issues, so that's all we got. Big shout out to So Much Guy, as always, for sniping and recording and archiving all of Tophia's bullshit. Big shout out to Tophia Archive as well for, chopping this thing down into like some manageable chunks for us to be able to get through it without pulling my fucking hair out. But with all that being said, highly appreciate y'all checking out the video today. Hope y'all are having a great weekend. If you haven't already, drop a sub for your boy. Drop a like. Highly appreciate it. Big shout out to my members over on Ko-fi. And yeah, y'all be safe. Be kind to each other. And I will see you all very soon.